So I want to welcome you guys back to a beautiful day here in western Oklahoma. We are in the grit and gravel greenhouse today, giving you guys a first look at our new completed aquaponics system. So we have built a large and fairly complex system this year, and we've incorporated all of the commonly used grow methods in aquaponics and hydroponics. And what I want to do is break these down into each individual grow method. That way you guys can understand exactly how each of these methods work, how we're doing it here, and how this system flows and everything's tied together, and we don't have to do a really long video on it. So we're going to start here by explaining our flood and drain bed. Now this is just a tub filled with gravel that we have hooked up to a timer. So the timer is set to run 15 minutes on and 30 minutes off. And the way I'm able to actually flood and drain this bed is through a standpipe that I have down in this 4-inch drain line here. Now the height of the standpipe is going to set the height of my water that I want in my grow bed, and we are at the top of the fill cycle right now. So the way I like to do it is have the water about a ½ inch to an inch under the surface. That way I'm getting the majority of this gravel wet, but I'm not exposing any of the water to the sunlight. That way I don't encourage any algae growth. So what I'm going to do is just pull this standpipe out, and I'll show you guys exactly how I got it set up. So on the standpipe here, I have 2 holes drilled towards the bottom. So technically, these beds do drain constantly, but this small hole doesn't allow for the water to go out in faster than it's coming in. So over in the corner where the water's coming in, I have a valve I'm able to adjust the flow rate to where the water is coming in faster than it can leave through these holes. So in the 15 minutes of time, the water level is going to reach the top of the standpipe, and it's going to spill over the top. Now this is a 3/4 inch line, and I have a 3/4 inch line coming in. So I'm able to handle the volume of water that's coming in through this 3/4 inch drain. That way the water never exceeds the height of the standpipe. So when the pump kicks off, these 2 smaller holes are going to continue to drain and allow the water level to reach back to this point here, which is about at ½ inch in the bottom. So that's how we're able to flood and drain these beds without using a bell siphon or anything like that, or any type of siphon, is by setting the pump up on a timer and having these holes at the bottom and flood and draining it that way. So that's how this bed is actually set up. Now we have 4 beds set up on this same pump. So that gives you guys an idea of how we're doing our flood and drain method. So what we're going to do now is go ahead and go over to the one of the gravel beds and show you guys how we have our onions planted. Now we've got them in 2 different methods. We've got them in constant height grow beds, and we've got them in our deep water culture. So we'll go ahead and show you guys today the onions, and then with every video that we do, we'll show you guys planting out different vegetables and different things and different methods of how we're planting it. So let's go over and look at some of our onions. Okay guys, so you're looking at the DWC portion of the double stack grow beds that I designed, and we have a lot of our green onions growing in here, and this is where we're going to start a bunch of seeds off and that type of stuff, and grow a lot of things that that don't need a lot of height. And with these green onions, what we're going to do is start the first planting with bulbs. That way we get a faster harvest that way. And then we're going to start the others from seed. And then by the time that these are ready to be harvested, the ones that we started from seeds can just go in and take their place. So we're going to just show you real quick how to plant an onion in these systems and how easy it is. So I have here with me a 2-inch net pot, and I pretty much grow everything or start everything in these net pots. So what I'm going to do is take some of my chicken grit, oyster shell chicken grit, and crushed granite mixture, and fill up the net pot about halfway. Okay, like that. I'm going to take the onion bulb and put it in there down in the center, and just kind of work it in a little bit where it'll stand up by itself. And just take some more of the grit and just simply fill it up just like that. And that's where that onion will stay until it's big enough to go ahead and harvest out. So these onions have been in here for about a week now. And let me show you, kind of pan over, and I'll show you how many we've got in here. Now this is an 8-foot bed, and all of these net pots are filled up with onions. Same way down that way. So it works really well with these onions and anything else for that matter, but it's real simple and easy and clean. I'll never have to pull a weed in this garden. I'll never have to spray. I'll never have to do any type of rototilling or digging or raking or anything. One thing about these aquaponics systems is once you get them built, then that is the end of your work. You're basically just picking and planting at that point. So I'm going to remove one of these just to show you. Now this guy needs to go in the water, so I'll just take one of these here. We'll just pick that one there. Got the tallest top on it, and it's still a pretty nice top. But you can see here that onion, how well it's rooted. Get it to focus. How many roots are already on that onion getting down into that water. Now I'll take this guy and plop him right there. And that's how easy it is. You just removed one onion from the system and just replaced it with another. So that's what we'll do come harvest time. So I'll go through these double stacked grow beds in a later video whenever we kind of get to that point, but I wanted to show you exactly what we're doing with our green onions and show you how we plant them here. So I want to thank you guys for watching the video today, and we'll see you next time.